I wouldn't want to judge Bake Off. Their job's easier than ours because they only taste one kind of food. The 53-year-old far right tells Radio Times.But his Masterchef co-host John Torode, 52, would have no difficulty returning to his native Australia if he was ever asked to do I'm a Celebrity. Because whatever delicacy he was tasked with eating in the Bush Tucker trial wouldn't be as bad as some of the food the pair have had to sample on the BBC One cookery show. You eat beans and rice for a couple of weeks, lose a few pounds, and then you get a holiday in Australia, says John. A few bugs and testicles? Have you seen what we've eaten on MasterChef? We must have missed that episode. Vic Reeves wants to bring back Shooting Stars and would welcome a call from interested parties as the Beeb is apparently not interested anymore. It's still very popular but I don't think the BBC wants it, so we'll have to see, the 59-year-old exclusively tells Day and Night. The slapstick panel show, which saw Vic and comedy sidekick Bob Mortimer at the helm, started in the mid-1990s and ran on and off on BBC Two until 2011. But Vic insists if he and Bob got asked to revive it then we probably would. Someone needs to ask us first though. Over to you, Netflix. Despite confessing to having a nervous breakdown following her split from fiancé Joshua Sass, Kylie Minogue insists the trauma of losing her British toy boy has been the making of her. The 49-year-old, who understandably has admitted struggling to cope after ending her 3-year relationship with the 30-year-old actor in February of last year, over his alleged cheating, now insists 2017 was a great year. I loved it. I actually loved it. Because I knew where I stood. I knew what work I had to do and I did it. I know I turned a corner and learned a lot about myself. Speaking to the latest issue of Red magazine, out tomorrow, the Aussie singer explains that the proverbial light at the end of the tunnel was that she would rebuild her life. Sometimes it takes something, stepping out of your comfort zone, some drama like that, to shake things up, she adds. Now being on my own again and reclaiming myself and just asking myself harder questions like, what do you really want? How did you get here? How do you feel? How are you going to move on? I am just happy that I'm still here. For Kylie, this has also meant the embracing of what for many is a daunting milestone, reaching the half-century mark. I can't change. I can't become 35, says the perennial pop princess, who celebrates her 50th on May 28. I am this age, I'm trying to be more loving to myself. It's pretty cool. It takes some work to do that but it feels good. Adventurer Ben Fogle says he got the boot from BBC One's Country File in 2009 because he was too posh and was told his voice was inaccessible. It came at the same time that fellow presenter Miriam O'Reilly, then in her early 50s, was also axed from the show amid her claims of ageism. Ben, 44, was then only in his 30s and tells Day and Night, when Miriam was dropped from Country File she said it was to do with age. I was working with her and dropped from the show at the same time and was told it was because of my accent. Miriam successfully sued the BBC for age discrimination. Ben didn't try taking the corporation to court for accent discrimination. But the man who's about to climb Everest with ex-Olympic cyclist Dame Victoria Pendleton adds, I don't want to name names but I was told by someone, high up on the show, that my accent was inaccessible. Just who could he be referring to? we wonder they might have managed to keep their engagement a secret for ages. But now the cat's out of the bag. Ex-England rugby captain Chris Robshaw and classical singer Camilla Kerslake have finally opened up for official engagement pictures. In a series of choreographed photos that wouldn't look out of place in a cheesy marriage brochure. Camilla, 29, poses in white while proudly showing off her huge diamond ring. Her 31-year-old other half is seemingly trying his best to look comfortable with the proceedings. The couple, who successfully kept their engagement under wraps for 2 years, were anything but smiling back in 2015. When the original ring Chris commissioned for his fiancée was stolen in the Hatton Garden heist. They are due to tie the knot this summer, and with Chris's sporting connections and Camilla's showbiz links, the ceremony is set to be a particularly star-studded affair. As she gears up for a week guest hosting on ITV's This Morning, Emma Willis is just relieved that it won't be alongside Philip Schofield. But fear not, Philip fans, it's not because the mild-mannered 56-year-old has done anything to offend her. It's just that watching the Scof hosting children's BBC from the broom cupboard while growing up left Emma, 42, starstruck when they did work together. I've hosted it with Philip before, and I was a bit like, I've grown up watching him on telly. He's been in my life for a long time. She and fellow Big Brother host Rylan Clark Neal are holding the This Morning fort until Friday while Philip and Holly Willoughby are on their Easter holidays. With Rylan, it's always lovely for me because I know him so well and we've worked together so much that it's very normal